Hey gang, this is Vicki Kelly with the Golden Rule Trades. This weekend, I wanted to talk to you about something beyond the charts, and that is our position sizing that we use. Will have people ask me about the position sizing with different size accounts, and we talk about the various things that people use, such as a percentage of the value of your account, that you don't want to risk more than a 0.5% or 1 to 2% of the value of your account. And so we figure out with our stops, what can we use in order to not go beyond that if we're stopped out. And that's all great. And we need to know what those numbers are. But there's a different approach that I take to position sizing as well. And that is, what is the psychological risk that I'm taking? Am I sizing something that if I get stopped out, it's going to be emotionally harmful for me? If I lose this position, and am I going to go on tilt and begin to trade my account like, a cat on a laser with a laser pointer? So the psychological risk can be just as important as the math. So what I encourage people to do is to position size according to what is not going to trigger tilt, what is not going to trigger you betting it all on black in order to try to get more because your position sizing so large that you're just saying, hey, whatever, I'm going to make a lot of money or I'm going to lose a lot of money. Those are the kind of things that we don't want to trigger off with our position sizing. One of the things that I like to do is I like to use a trade copier. Now, that does add a layer of complexity. It is one more thing that can go wrong. But when I use a trade copier, it allows me to take one trade in one account and copy that trade into another account. And it sounds kind of weird if you've never encountered it, but what it allows me to do is it allows me to see a lower number on the screen, but yet I'm compounding my reward and my risk, but also my reward. And in the process of that, it allows me to not get triggered by looking at a large number. And I use that with my evaluation accounts for trader funding because that helps me to be able to, again, compound my gain without triggering that tilt or the FOMO or the greed or the fear that might cause me to move my stop or to take my profit too early. If I find that I am getting into the habit of moving my stop, taking my profit too early, getting into a trade when I'm not really clear what the rules are, then I know that I have been position sizing too large or too small. And so that is one of the biggest things that I use to determine position size. Now, you have the ability to raise your thermostat, let's say, so that you can tolerate more risk in a larger account. That's when you use the math. That's when you use the percentage of risk, of gain, the percentage of loss, all of those things. But you need to do the work, the internal work necessary to help you raise your thermostat so that you can get to that level where you are not triggered by the loss or you're not triggered by the large number that you see. And so I want you to think about and even practice this week. Use micros, use minis, try position sizing half of what you normally do or double of what you normally do if your account allows for that and you're still not going against the percentage gain that you have determined or percentage loss that you don't want to go past, and see what it does to you internally and see how you can begin to help to raise that thermostat. My friend Mindy does a great job in working with people with this, and she has a newsletter called Mental Capital, and you can find it. It was remarkable about helping people to raise their thermostat so that they can be better traders. And also, this is what we do every week in our live trading room with the morning method. We look at our trades, we talk about not anticipating getting in. We talk about mistakes that we make. And I will say, yep, I made a mistake. I pulled the stop up and I shouldn't have. Or it took that too quickly. I should have taken a more aggressive stance on that. And we wrestle through these things live on Mondays and Wednesdays in the live trading room with the morning method. That's going to be coming up for a discount this week. We're going to start our September cohort. So we always offer a great price on that so that you can join us, not only learn the method, but join us in the live trading room for a month as well. So watch your email for that, subscribe, and we will make sure that we send the information out to you, and you'll be one of the first ones to know when that opens up this next week. So stay safe out there and good luck trading.